Welcome to another episode on our channel. In an earlier episode, I showed you Whiplash. I'm starting to go back to older movies since I know Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans have been kind of moved along out of the Avenger series, and that's kind of been disheartening for me. So I'm going back and looking at older movies and trying to figure out what I would like to pick up as reminders of how good these actors were in their own movies. So Whiplash was shown the other day. Now I have Tony Stark, the suit-up version, and I'm curious to see how this one looks. So we'll pause and we'll get set up. Perhaps I should show you the box first, though. The box looks really big. And it is heavy. I mean, it's larger than usual. It's, I guess, the Lux set, whatever that means. You can get it even there. Okay, so there's maybe a little crinkle here and maybe a little crinkle up here. And as we kind of shift around the box, we don't see too much damage elsewhere. Maybe just over here a little bit. Yeah. But from a practical standpoint, it's in fairly good condition. I'm hoping the box is too. But again, we'll live with whatever comes out of this box. So, all right. So let's get set up and we'll open this up and see what we have inside. As is my pattern, I'm going to open it up from the bottom like I will do the art box. Hopefully it is in good shape. Hopefully somebody has taken the time to take the tape off the circular tabs. If they've displayed the figure, they've taken that off. I don't know why more people don't do that. It's counterintuitive to me to leave tape on. But anyway, let's see what happens. Okay. Wow, this is a big box. This is one of those slip-over boxes. Yeah. It looks pretty good. Is there a little, maybe something there? Yeah, a little tiny crease. Back without dropping it. Wow. So far, so good there. I always wish if there's damage, it's on the back. It doesn't always work out that way, but what can you do? It's amazing we don't get more damage sometimes on these boxes. And at other times, there's a tremendous amount of damage on the boxes. So this looks really sharp. This is good. It looks like it's been unopened. So I'm going to open it from the back. Or the bottom, I should say. So, okay, so wow is all I can say. Already I see tons of stuff. So, wow. Okay, I don't even know where to begin. I guess with the hands is a good place to begin. So, move them over here. Get the other two hands out. Okay, so he has two right hands, two left hands. Okay. Two of these hands are totally fisted. They're definitely closed hands. And then two are more like I'm holding something, grasping hands. So we got 2 sets of hands. I think that's it in terms of the gloved hands. Let's see. It looks like he's got a couple of armor pieces. Ooh, okay. That came off easily. Okay. So, these look like hands as well. Except there's like a hole in the front part of both hands. I'm not sure what that goes to, but we'll figure it out as we go along. All right, so there are a couple pieces of armor here. Oh, I think, yeah, this has to be the feet. Put it back here. It's really, looks like miniature cars. So I think these snap over the feet very nicely, probably. And then he has, okay, and then these 2 pieces would snap over the foot somehow. We'll have to figure it out. Some of these pieces actually move. So that opens up on each side. Wow. I don't know, again, the purpose yet. And this looks like for the thighs. So, yeah. It looks like you have to put the pieces on to get the suit in place. And then he has a, and I don't think this has been displayed, to be honest. So this is truly an unboxing for me anyway. Here's his chest armor. Wow. That is absolutely cool. And I'm sure this lights up. I'd be surprised if it didn't. The question is, where does the battery go? We'll have to figure that out. There are batteries. Okay, so definitely things will light up. Looks like we have 2, 4, 6, 8 batteries. So more than one thing is going to light up. Okay, and oh, this has got to be the neck piece. Neck head piece. We will figure it out. And this has to be the back piece. Woohoo, so cool. Yeah. Lots of things here. My most favorite piece of this set is the suitcase. And I don't know how this all will work in terms of putting it together, but it is absolutely cool looking. It looks like it has a lot of moving parts. And I'm going to think that this piece, whatever this is, maybe it goes to this piece because it was right next to it. But I don't know. This is a lot of pieces to this set. And the only thing else from the top is Tony Stark himself and a racing car outfit. And this is one of the few times you see him with longer hair. Yeah. So there is tape around the pieces here. I don't think he's been displayed. That is so amazing to me. All right, so let's open up the next. There is another section, as if we didn't have enough to go around in the first section. Okay, so wow. Okay, I don't know if he has like two versions of chest attachments or if this is another back attachment. But yeah, that's another piece. And then he has this piece, and this may actually be, I don't know, maybe part of his spine. Maybe it goes this way. I'm not sure. All right, so he's got a couple of either wrist connecting pieces or foot. Again, I'm just overwhelmed right now with all the pieces that I am seeing. This might take a while to put together, which I don't like things that take a long time to put together. All right. Oh my gosh. Probably attaches to a hand. That's my guess. And again, lots of smaller pieces. I think I'm going to have to use instructions on this one to get it together, which I hate to do. There's another tiny piece. God, I don't know where that goes. I don't know where this goes either. It's just another tiny kind of rounded piece. And, oh, this looks like this thing here. So I think these go at the end of the arms. And I bet this rounded little piece that matches this piece here goes around the wrists. That's going to be my guess. And then we have another set of hands. Cool. Oh, and the fingers move back and forth. Cool. Whoops. Sorry about that. Two hands. All right. And that looks to be it. Oh, apparently from the other box comes a stand which says Stark on it. Or it looks like you can overlay and use something more like what was on the racetrack type of thing. And of course, this goes in there. All right. Okay, I have to figure it all out and see if I can get it together. But this guy does look very, very, very good. There he is. So we will be back. I'll try to figure out how to put this thing together. That briefcase is very interesting. I want to see how that goes together as well. So we'll be back shortly. Well, maybe not shortly, but we'll be back. Welcome back. And this took a long time. This is probably up there in terms of being a complicated figure like Cyborg from Justice League was. The thing that is probably the most frightening about this particular figure is you're constantly afraid you're going to break something. Because it's not made out of metal. It's kind of a shame they didn't do two figures with this deluxe suit-up version. One with just the racing outfit on, and another one that had just that suit-up, robotic outfit on. It's just a shame because this was a pain to put together. So, but first, let me just again reiterate a little bit about the hands. He's got two closed hands, racing car style hands. So these are fisted hands. He's got two relaxed hands. And he's got two that are grasping hands. So he can hold on to something. Chances are, unless you like the, Formula One racing look better, you're not going to use any of these hands. So the only other choice you have are these hands, which do light up. Neat thing is the fingers move, so you can pose them any way you see fit. It is a pain to put the batteries in for the hands. You really have to, at the very beginning, kind of move his shirt up to reveal the place where you can take a Phillips screwdriver and unscrew it, get that piece open, and put the 3 batteries in that you need for each hand. And if you want to turn on these lights, you're basically going to have to take this piece off, pull the sleeve up, turn the light on, pull the sleeve back down, and put this piece back on. So it's gonna take some work. The light here, which is already on, that entails getting into this section here. So this comes out. There's a place that houses a couple batteries in that section. You take a Phillips size 1 screwdriver again, and you undo it, get those 2 batteries in. But every time you'll want to turn the light on, you'll have to take this piece off and then put it back on. When you want to turn it back off, again, that piece has to, there it is, that piece has to come off, and you turn it off and put it back on. So it's a journey, it's a process. Unlike Whiplash, that basically had the battery placeholder on its backside, under some clothing, it was easy access. Here, not so easy access for the lights here or here. The other thing about this that is somewhat problematic is the stand itself. You've got 2 choices in terms of covers for the stand. You could have the one that says Tony on it. It's kind of brightly colored and so forth. I prefer to have the asphalt look, but you kind of have to keep lining it up, because if you move the figure, the stand or the cover will move as well, and then you have to line it back up again. It can be kind of a pain if you want to go for the asphalt look, which I do. The thing about this outfit, it's very complicated getting it on. I would say it starts to get complicated from here on up. So the boots are no problem. They're very loose. If I pick them up, the boots will probably fall off. The boots are no problem, so they go on easy. The shin guards are held on by pressure, no problems there. And so are the thighs, no problem there. The front piece, the chest armor, will connect to the back armor, but it is a pain to get together. So there's like a peg on the front side and a hole on the back side. Racing car, just like Tony Stark. Anyway, so there's a peg here that goes into the hole for the backside. So you've got to get those two pieces to connect right here. And the only way I could figure out to make that work is to use a flathead screwdriver for leverage to push the two pieces together nicely. Once I did that, they did snap together. I was able to get the other piece on the other side together, no problem. Then the challenge was to get the hip armor, which has holes in it, connected to the chest armor, which has pegs in it. And again, that flathead screwdriver came in very handy for that process. So again, we've got a lot of parts here that have to snap into place, and it is quite a process, and it took quite a long time. These pieces here went on very easy. You just kind of shimmy them up the arm until you got them into the right place. Have the wires facing outward. When you get to this piece here, you have a choice of two wrist guards. And I'll turn it around so you can see a little bit better, hopefully. The close-ups will help you with this, but if you look here, there's a pretty long wrist guard. What I didn't know was, well, this was called a wrist guard too. And I thought, okay, this came connected. So I didn't see this as an optional choice for the wrist guard itself. I saw this as an extension of this. And I was trying to figure out a way to make it fit. It doesn't work that way. You either choose this one, which is smaller, or this one, which is wider. Okay, longer, larger, however you want to put it. They do have them marked, each piece left or right, so you know which piece goes to which one. But yeah, just understand you've got two wrist choices, and it connects to this piece here. This piece here at the very bottom, okay? And you almost have to put the hand on first before you can connect these two pieces. And you probably need to pull the sleeve up to make it click together. Otherwise, the sleeve is going to prevent you from, it's too thick. The outfit is too thick. You cannot close that gap without pulling the sleeve up. It's just part of the problems with this figure. So this was definitely a journey. Even the briefcase was a journey. But I should tell you, in terms of what I have on him now, which is how I'll pose him, there are a few pieces I didn't use, and I'll show you the pieces I didn't use. This would have been part of a different chest section to have used, and this would have been another piece that would have come down here, another piece, another option for down here as well, and another piece that would have gone to this piece. So I didn't use these four pieces. 1, 2, this piece, this little piece here. All right. I didn't use these two pieces. All right. Because he has that built into this chest armor. I didn't put on his helmet. So that's just personal for me. I'd rather just see his face. And I didn't use these smaller wrist guards. Okay. These plastic things simply hold either the, they hold the handles. And if you want to use one handle, because you can actually make the briefcase be one-handled, you would use this one piece here. So anyway, the briefcase. All right. So let me talk a little bit about the briefcase. Oops. Things are already falling apart. So the briefcase obviously can look exactly like a briefcase. You've got, you can fold it into a briefcase. It's so much movement going on in this thing that it's just absolutely amazing. But in order to get the look that was in the movie, you have to take, like, on 4 sides, there's this little piece here, pull it towards you, and then turn it down, just like that. Take this piece, pull it towards you, and turn it down. I don't know if you saw it. Get it down lower, towards you, and turn it down. All right, do the same thing with the others. Towards you, and whoops, turn it down, and towards you, and turn it down. So you'll end up with something like this. Then you'll want to take the 2 inner pieces and basically fold it, the top part, over as far as possible, right? Take this piece, fold it over at the top as far as possible, and then bring those in as close as you can to this rectangular piece in the middle. Okay. All right. Then I should take some of these things off so you can actually see more. Well, I'm debating because it's hard to get them on. Let me go ahead and take them off. Okay. There you go. So this comes as one piece. And it has this section that can go over the rectangular piece in the middle. So you can just slip that on over this piece. Just like that. Okay? Now you have 2 pegs here. 2 pegs. And that's where your hand goes. And this thing has a peg in it, and it goes into the hand. So this goes into the hand with a peg, and this goes into the peg here. And you just want to be careful and hopefully just get it in there, and hopefully it stays. It did. See the hand? All right. And you do it with this other hand on the other side. Make sure you find the hole. Press it down. This is where you get really scared about breaking things, because this is very, well, it's not metal. It's plastic. Now you have some wrist guards, or, I guess you could call them wrist guards. One will say right hand, and that will go on the right hand. And see? And the other says left hand. Whoops. And that will go into the left hand. And now you have your hands in there. And this is where, at a point in the movie where he grabs it pulls it out and his uniform starts to materialize on him. It's such a cool element in the movie. I just love this. It has a lot of moving pieces, but it is a pain to figure out how to put it together. But once you get it figured out, you should be okay. So all I can say is this particular Tony Stark, he's a very complicated man in terms of this Hot Toys figure. But once you get him together, he looks absolutely stunning. He was made in 2021, and there are a lot of moving parts. Once you get them together, you'll be happy, but getting them together will take you a while to do so. Anyway, we'll pause now and we'll get some tighter close-ups. No, we'll get him on a turntable so you can see him from different angles. Then we'll get some tighter close-ups and then a close-up of his face. We are back and we're going to go around and see him a little bit better. The metallic colors are just awesome. The light is very bright. The lights coming out of his hands when they're on are great. It's just a pain having to take this section off, roll up the sleeve, but pull the sleeve up to turn the switch on, to turn the lights on, and then put everything back together. And then when you're done, you have to go in reverse order again. It's a lot of work. Even the light here, you got to take this piece out, or at least pull it out far enough so you can access the switch to turn it on and off. But he certainly is awesome looking this way. You can see I should go back. The cords or the cables here, and even all the movement in terms of pieces that can come apart. But the cords, the cables over here in the other arm, this is a lot of attention to detail. And it's in the back where you truly see his race car uniform, or outfit, I should say. And you could pose him with just his racing car outfit and have this front and center. That would be a good pose. Yeah, I just love the colors. The mix of blue and red and silver. I like the option of 2 stands. It's just, you just have to keep making sure that this is lined up well and the other one isn't showing through if you choose the asphalt stand, or cover, I should say. Anyway, we'll pause now and get some tighter close-ups and then finally of his face. Here he is again. You can see the light. It's very bright. Facial features, even at this distance, you can see. I just wish the shoulders would come down. The armor here for the shoulders would come down and rest on his shoulders. But again, the cables, oh my gosh. And the color combinations are just absolutely stunning. The blood on his face adds so much realism to this figure. Even the armor here has a semblance of a spine coming down his back. Everything is cool here. And you can see the larger wrist guard compared to the smaller one. All right. And I didn't even mention that, again, lots of things can move apart here that you wouldn't think. Even this kind of comes out. Just so many things you can move around if you wanted to. Different poses imaginable. He's very cool looking. All right, we'll pause now and get a close-up of his face. Here he is, and it is such a cool head sculpt. The blood on his face really looks real. I can even turn it a little bit from side to side so you can see it a bit better. That's absolutely amazing. Definitely one of my favorite figures. Tony Stark. Here's one last look at our man of the hour. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.